Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. New movie news. Right here, news, live. Yeah, including what's going on with Henry Cavill not being James Bond. Ooh-wee. Hey, people wanted to see him as James Bond, but he says that he might be out of the running now. I'm not sure why. There's not even a script going. We'll talk about that for sure. Night Swim opens up this weekend. The first movie of 2024 is a horror movie called Night Swim. Jason Blum talks about Spawn and some ultimatums thrown down by Todd McFarlane. We got a trailer for First Omen, Amber Heard, Star Wars, Vincent D'Onofrio, Costume Awards, and a whole bunch more of hit or miss headlines. As I said, we're a live show. Normally we're at 10:30 a.m., but I got to get going a little bit earlier today because I got to get out of here to do a bunch of stuff this afternoon. We'll talk about that later on. My friend in the live chat there says, hey, how's it going? Let's start off today's show, movie news show, by talking about Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill wonders whether Argylle will rule him out as the next James Bond. Yes, Argylle is a movie that's coming out soon, this month actually, right? And it Matthew Vaughn, it's kind of like a spy thriller. He plays like a secret agent in it. Why would that throw off his chances at being Bond? He was rumored to be Bond before Daniel Craig, like he was in that mix. So could he be Bond afterwards? I would say probably. But there's something going on with Henry Cavill here that I kind of want to point out, and it won't land well with a lot of people. Because I like him as an actor. I do. And he was a really good Superman, I know that. Henry Cavill, though, wonders whether Argylle will rule him out as James Bond. Well, what's he talking about here? What's he trying to get at? Let's take a look at his quote here. Yes. Quote, "It's a fun character. Whether I'm ruled out of Bond because of this or not is up to Barbara Broccoli and Mr. Wilson." Yes. So maybe because of their perceptions, I guess, that he just did a spy movie, that he can't be Bond. Well, you know what? That doesn't really matter too much. I don't know why he would have those concerns because, yeah, it's Barbara Broccoli. She was producing it and said that she wouldn't even want to work with Christopher Nolan to make a Bond movie because Nolan would want full control over it. He wants full control over every movie that he makes. And Barbara Broccoli is very protective of the Bond character. So that's why we're not going to get a Christopher Nolan Bond, which kind of sucks. Because why can't you just let him do what he wants to do for one or two movies? You know, Barbara Broccoli's set on trying to create kind of like, well, we had like 5 or 6 Daniel Craig Bonds, and that's what we want for the next Bond as well. We want to see like 5 or 6 installments from that person. Well, why? We got the George Lazenby movie out of it once. Why not another one? Like Timothy Dalton only got it twice. So why can't you give 2 movies to Christopher Nolan to craft 2 Bond films? Why not? That's what people would want to see. Now, would they want to see Henry Cavill as Bond under Christopher Nolan? Yeah, that would be a dream pairing. Why not? I don't understand this mentality, but I'm guessing it's because he's thinking that it's the same kind of style, right? Although when you look at his hair, you look at the thumbnail that I put up there, guys, it's not whatsoever. My question, and what I was talking about earlier that may rub people the wrong way here, is I'm starting to suspect that it's possible Henry Cavill's not easy to work with. We hear reports like when he was doing The Witcher and stuff, where he was like constantly correcting the writers, kind of like, well, that's not how the lore goes kind of thing, which is fine if you're a fan about it. But if you're constantly nitpicking absolutely everything, is it possible like he was even like that when he was doing the Superman stuff? Like constantly questioning things, and which is fine as an actor when you're working through the crafting process of like blocking out a character's like motions and stuff like that for a scene. It's totally fine to bring that up then, but not when you're on set and you've already locked in, okay guys, we've rehearsed this 100 times. Oh, but now Henry's got a thing that he wants to say and question. We've done this 100 times, dude. Why are you bringing this up again? Kind of like that kind of thing. Not someone who's like constantly trying to be difficult to work with, but it's possible. my spidey senses are saying that there's got to be something out there. One of the big reasons as to why, I don't know, he's not coming back as Superman, why he's not been granted a whole bunch of other projects. Like, we know that he's got Argyle coming out, and we know that he's got the Highlander reboot coming out, and that Warhammer movie that he's like producing or something, right? So he's still got work. It's just kind of like, there's something else there that's blocking him from like completely, just like, he should be constantly in new stuff, right? We'll have to wait and see. But will the Argyle role jeopardize his chances at being Bond? I don't know. We'll have to wait till February 2nd when Argyle comes out. And I noticed that this week there has been a slight increase of some TV spots. The marketing machine for Argyle is ramping up, and we'll have to see where that goes. Opening up this weekend is Night Swim. Night Swim. Right there. And, oh, you guys can't see that. Night Swim is doing its featurettes and TV spots. Night Swim featurette looks underwater photography and pool party possession. It opens up today, guys, and the review embargo is, whoa, not up? Right, hold on here. You got 3 reviews in. Still not up, huh? So, Now, this movie is only an hour and 38 minutes, and I'm going to try to squeeze it in today. I am going to try to, but if I can't, guys, here's the thing. The show starts at 5 p.m. I've got to be somewhere by 7 p.m., which means that even if it's an hour and 38 minutes plus credits, maybe an hour and 55 minutes. So I would be left with 5 minutes to get to my 7 p.m. Other appointment. And that being late is not my style. So I may push this till tomorrow. Depending on what I'm going to stop by the theater this afternoon, and I'm going to see what time it gets out. If it gets out like at 6:45, I'll see it today, and then I'll be like only like 5 minutes late to my 7 o'clock meeting. All right, but if not, then we'll just fly with it tomorrow, and we'll work with it like that. But Night Swim is something that I am looking forward to, something that I do want to see. So, as I said, 5 p.m. Let me take a look at what is tomorrow, because it'll be running all in the afternoon tomorrow, right? Oh, it's in the AVX tomorrow, 11:40, 2:20, 5 p.m. So, unfortunately, I am working tomorrow, so I can't quite see those earlier show times for Night Swim. Hey, that is what it is. I'll end up seeing it, guys. This is a movie that I am interested in. Night Swim mystery. It's like a underwater creature in a pool, based on a short story. Yeah, there's the poster for it. James Wan, producer, Blumhouse. Coming soon. They always start off the new year with a horror movie, so I am looking forward to it. Just a quick little short, hour and 38-minute horror movie. What better way to relax after a hectic day in the office than a long, cool night swim under the stars, immersed in the aqueous element, like a fetus inside a mother's womb. What? This is very metaphorical there. But yeah, there's like a monster in there that pulls people out. I haven't watched this featurette yet. Yeah, you can see that there's like a creature's hand there. If it's like, I don't know if it's a nymph or some kind of other kind of mermaid kind of monster. Who knows? We'll find out when we watch Night Swim. Yeah, you can see it's sort of bubbling up there. I am curious about it. And it'll be the first movie that I see of 2024. So, Night Swim. Weird though. No buzz. Nobody's talking about it. So this one will come and go. Well, it's not going to do all that well at the box office anyway, because I'm thinking, Wonka's still probably going to be number 1. Well, Wonka should be knocked down to about 10 million next week. Although kids have been off all week for most part. Warner Bros. Wow, look at that. 2 movies in the top 10. No, 3 movies in the top 5. My God. Wow. Color Purple is also Warner Bros. So they've been having a good time. Unfortunately, Night Swim is Blumhouse and not Warner Bros. So it's kind of like, hey guys, um, Night Swim should crack around 10 to 12 million. So it'll be like third or fourth, probably fourth. I'm thinking Wonka, Migration, Night Swim, Aquaman 2, Color Purple number 5. There you go. That's what'll happen. Even though people should go out and see Iron Claw and Ferrari because those are the better movies, I would say Wonka's pretty good. Wonka's good. We'll have to see how it falls. Night Swim, guys. Are you looking forward to that? Night Swim. Let's keep on with Jason Blum and horror and that new Spawn movie that's supposed to be coming out. Spawn creator promises movie will be made with or without Blumhouse. An ultimatum thrown down by Todd McFarlane. Oi, guys, that's not how you do business. You're in bed with this guy and all of a sudden you're threatening to kick him out because there might be some scheduling issues or something like that. Well, here's the thing. Todd McFarlane said that he wants to finance this himself if it's not going to be made this year. Guys, that's bad business. That's bad business. Jason Blum promises that the forthcoming Spawn film will bring the Blumhouse edge to the superhero genre. Yes. But Blumhouse's Spawn ambitiously ventures into uncharted territory, intertwining heroism and horror to deliver a thought-provoking and captivating film that lingers in the shadows of all the audience's psyche. Well, I don't know about that. McFarlane shared an update on a long-awaited and even longer-awaited Spawn reboot with comicbook.com. Okay. Jason Blum is one of the better ones at getting things done. They tell me I get to read the script this month. This email is going out this weekend to remind them they promised me that. Okay, so he doesn't have control over it right now. He's not going to have control over the script, and he's not going to be directing it, even though he wants to direct it. McFarlane is not that good of a director, I would say. Eesh. He said, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I just know myself something's going to happen because I can't figure it out inside the Hollywood system. I'll figure it out independently. I just know myself. But hopefully we can figure out a deal that keeps all the parties that have been involved over the years involved. Well, not when you go around saying publicly that you're going to walk away from Blumhouse, the guy that you just said that can get things done, right? Yes, I'm going to bring the Blumhouse edge. Jason Blum said back in October. It's going to be edgy and original, and compared to other superhero movies, it's going to definitely feel like Blumhouse version of a superhero movie. Okay. I don't know, man. It's just weird. I'm glad that they are not using the Todd McFarlane script, because apparently Spawn was supposed to appear as a bed at one point, and you weren't going to see Spawn in the suit until the final shot. Just like apparently what they're doing with the Crow reboot, which is just, what the heck are you guys smoking? What are you doing? This is moronic. But you can't complain about that because it's Todd McFarlane that wrote it and said that it's his character. So if he doesn't want to see him in that suit or costume until the last minute, well, that's what you want to do. But unfortunately, your story sucks and nobody wants to watch it, dude. So I'm glad that it's kind of like out of your hands as of right now. But he says that he'll walk away from Blumhouse and make his own film. But I'm sure you've probably already signed some kind of a contract or deal verbally that you said you're going to work with Blumhouse. So if you walk away from it, you'd probably be looking at a lawsuit of some kind. And that's not good. As I said, it's just bad business, right? That's not how you do things. Trying to strong arm your way through it. If you had that conviction before Todd McFarlane, why didn't you do that earlier before going to Blumhouse at all? If you wanted complete control over everything, right? If you had that clout and that moxie to gain those resources, who knows? Let's keep on the realm of horror here. The First Omen trailer, the Omen prequel, reaches theaters in April. Guys, did you even remember that they were making a prequel to The Omen? I didn't. So when the trailer dropped yesterday, and it is a teaser, guys. It's like only a minute long. from 20th Century Studios. Um, it's mostly just a bunch of shots with music going on in the background. Bill Nye is going to be in this. Um, we know him. He's he was the voice of the Green Knight, right? Um, yeah, Ralph Ineson, right? Ralph, yeah, there he is, right there. Okay, so the First Omen to control those are so we get a demonic possession movie coming out in April. Fine by me. I got nothing against a little demonic possession. Um, so it's basically a narration. You're supposed to be the mother of the child that's gonna be the Antichrist. Wait a minute, is that the guy? Is that the girl who did the smile opening scene? No, I don't know. It's gonna be like birth and stuff like that. Very reminiscent of like the First Omen, I suppose. It's very, as I said, it's just a bunch of flashes and stuff like that. It doesn't really show that much. Like as I said, there's an eyeball there. Then you hear somebody in the background saying, "You're going to be the mother of the Antichrist" or something like that. Was outstanding in the servant. Give me chills. Loads of talent here. Yeah, let me pull up the IMDb. What are we doing here, James? You should be pulling up that IMDb and taking a look at the First Omen of the cast. Bill Nye, Ralph Ineson, Charles Dance. Really, Charles Dance. Nell Tiger Free. Oops, sorry, guys. Nell Tiger Free. Sonia Braga. Really? Haven't heard from her since like the 80s, right? Fascinating. Has she still been working? Probably in a lot of TV stuff, maybe. Right? Shotgun Wedding. She was in that last year, 2022. So that was with J-Lo, right? Aquarius, Luke Cage, Wonder. So she has been working. Good. Good for her. She's going to appear next in this movie, The First Omen. First Omen. Style-wise, it looks interesting. Is that her right there? Is that Sonia Braga? Is that her? Bill Nye, we see there. Ralph, yeah, we saw in the trailers. Okay, The First Omen. Guys, what did you think about that trailer? Are you going to go out and see this movie? That is slated to come out April 5th, 2024. Popularity is going down. Weird. Very weird. And Art Glass Viking says the original Omen was a fairly grounded story which embraced the lore. The prequel looks a lot more artsy and stylized, which is fine. I got no problem with it being a little bit more artsy and stylized. You guys know how I feel about it. Like, I'm not a religious person, so all of the possession stuff doesn't really get scary to me until you start to actually look at it from like a medical side of like, are they having like psychotic episodes? Are they schizophrenic? Or like that kind of stuff. Like, what's going on with like that's when it gets more interesting to me and more freaky because when people do have psychotic episodes, like they do terrible and awful things. Like they see that, oh, I see monsters, so I'm going to do something terrible to that. And it's not a monster, it's just a real person that they see as a monster, right? That kind of stuff is upsetting. But when it's kind of like floating bodies and, oh, now you got scratches on your face because the demon's trying to break through. And as soon as we cure you, all those scratches will be gone on your face. It's like, no, get out of here. I never had all of a sudden we talk like this. It's like, those are just the tropes, the tired tropes of demonic possession. This one is more kind of like the birth of the Antichrist kind of thing. Will it be as creepy as that one kind of birth of the demon in VHS 2, was it? Or I don't think it'll be that gross. Like that was creepy, man. I want something like that. We'll have to see. The First Omen trailer dropped. What do you guys think? All right. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see more movie related entertainment, come join us here on Mirror Domains because what else can you find? Well, my best list of 2023 is up on the channel right now. I've separated all of these best and worst lists into chapters you guys can click through Uh, so you can click and go to, well, the number one pick right away if you want to. You can see what my number one horror movie of the year was. We got movie reviews for Ferrari, The Iron Claw, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Poor Things, and Wonka. And we're coming back with Hell's Kitchen tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow, guys. It drops tonight, but we'll be watching Hell's Kitchen episode 12 tomorrow. And of course, then you know that we do movie news throughout the week here, whenever we can fit it in. But for sure, we're always talking about movie news, headlines, topics, movie reviews, trailer reactions, all that kind of stuff. So come join us for that. If you like this, there are all my other social media handles you guys can follow. Find stories of me, like playing guitar or piano, that kind of stuff, all on TikTok and Instagram. Next! Godzilla and Kong. Director explains why Kong has what fans call the MonsterVerse's Infinity Gauntlet. I didn't realize that this, yeah, well, everybody's been making the meme of them running side by side, that Godzilla looks ridiculous. I used it myself. But yeah, there was that also shot. Godzilla's, or Kong seems to have kind of like that prosthetic. So we know his arm gets messed up. And that's all I thought it was going to be, was like, yeah, you see it right there. I thought it was just going to be kind of like, oh, his hand gets hurt, so he's got to have like a brace on it, but they like help him out by giving him kind of like a bionic arm kind of thing to help fight Skull, or Scar King. Sorry, Scar King. Scar King is the villain. Supposedly, there's also supposed to be another kind of kaiju that may come along. Unlikely alliances and ancient rivals traversing the hollow earth. Okay, so why are they explaining this? It's kind of hard to say why he's got it, right? Much more than without spoiling anything, because he has one of my favorite intros of any character I've shot in my films. What I'd say is I'd want to play with that if I was a kid. And although Apex isn't in the story in a literal way, we kind of hint that Monarch absorbed a lot of Apex technology after the last film. The glove Kong is wearing is somewhat insulated. That's Apex's technology. Okay, yeah. They were the guys that were trying to develop the Mecha Godzilla kind of thing, right? So he's kind of confirming also there that Mecha Godzilla is not going to be in it, which is fine, because you can always have Mecha Godzilla appear in any iteration, right? Godzilla and Kong running is akin to Donkey and Shrek leaving the castle after rescuing Princess Fiona. Arglass says, well, it's also like the Predator and the woman in Alien versus Predator running side by side. It's like, yeah, it's got a little bit of goofiness to it. Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire Images, features Dan Stevens and returning characters. So this is slightly spoilerish, I suppose, if you don't want to see Dan Stevens, Rebecca Hall, and the director, I suppose. Wingard, right? I like Rebecca Hall a lot. Brian Tyree Henry, he's coming back. Rebecca Hall, is she worthy to be on one of my favorite actresses of all time? She's close. She'd be in the top 30. Dan Stevens is nowhere close to being in the top 10 or top 20, top 30, top 40 actors. Oh, yeah. Wait your turn, sir. Yeah. I like that shot, though. I like that shot. All right. So some new images from Godzilla X Kong. Due out March 15th, The Ides of March 2024. My favorite Rebecca Hall film is The Prestige, Pfeiffer says. Yeah, she was good in The Prestige. I like that shot of like her when she figures out what's happening and she's like talking to, you don't know which one, but you can see that, like, yeah, she was really good in that. I really liked her in The Night House. Did we watch The Night House with you guys? I think we did, right? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We did watch that. My God. 2 years ago. No, we watched it 9 months ago. Only 17 views. My God. But when I first watched it, my God. Yeah. You watch some of these videos from like 2 years ago or something. Could I even emulate that? No. We saw Night House together, yeah. Um, I really liked it. I thought she was really good in that film too. Um, yeah, it is what it is. uh, and here I've been worrying that I've been packing it back on a little bit, but that's because of the whole Christmas break kind of thing. It'll come back off. Don't worry. All right. Where were we? We were talking about Rebecca Hall, right? No, sorry. Yes. Amber Heard. Boy, going from actors and actresses we like to ones that perhaps we don't like. Amber Heard thanks fans for love and support following Aquaman 2 release. Yes, we talked about Amber Heard yesterday, where I said that I think she's gonna have a tough time coming back, but I think her path is not going to be as hard as some people's out there. Not like Ezra Miller or uh, Johnny's going to be okay too. But who else is being dragged through the mud that's going to have a more tough time? Well, Amber Heard. But so she thanks her fans. She does have fans still. She's still got 5 million followers on Instagram. Wow. After all this time, Aquaman 2 made its splash. Sorry, it's too easy, wrote Heard. Thank you for all my fans for the overwhelming support and love Mara's Aquaman return. Thank you very so much. So very short, right? So, yeah, she's just being humble. Oh yeah, who was the other person? I was thinking of was Will Smith. No, Will Smith is going to have the easiest time coming back because he slapped somebody, but it's kind of like he's pretty much done. He's uh, Will Smith's ready to come out of the penalty box now and get back onto the ice, right? So, but Amber Heard, no, she'll still be in the penalty box. Ezra Miller will be in the penalty box. It looks like Vin Diesel's going to go into the penalty box. Actually, some of them may not even get out. Like Jonathan Majors probably doesn't deserve to come back if he's convicted of this stuff, which he was, wasn't he? And Vin Diesel. Well, we'll have to see where all those chips fall. But she's just put, yeah, she's in the penalty box. She's not going to be canceled outright because of the stuff that she did, which was gross, and it was just a bad, ugly divorce. She can come back, but she'll have to do it. She'll have to build it all up over again, as I said, right? Work as a small character actor in the back of in supporting roles and stuff like that. Build yourself back up again. Show that you're going to show up on set, work great, know your lines, deliver what the what the director wants and producers, and then get out of there. Say thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, and then just slowly build up a number of those projects, and you'll be back. You'll be back. But for right now, she deserves to be in the penalty box. A 2-minute minor. Oh, a 5-minute major for gross misconduct. She actually hurt him. She hurt Johnny. Crapping in the bed, that's gross, but that's minor. When you actually physically hurt somebody, that's a major, right? Yeah. So she physically hurt him. So yeah. All right. Next, Star Wars. We talked about this yesterday. I don't know why this is still back up there because I was. It's about time a woman directed a film, and we addressed that. But I wanted to. That came up somewhere else. I can't remember. Barbie Goes adapted. Okay, so Barbie will be adapted screenplay. Okay, I forgot where did I see that headline? Was it Joe Blow? Yeah, next film is already controversial. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that was. I don't. Do we need to reiterate that? I just need to say again, guys, because Christian Harloff talked about this too yesterday. Um, they got to stop with these kinds of statements. It's about time that a woman directs a Star Wars film. Like, I understand that you're trying to be championing women in the workplace and in filmmaking and stuff like that, but it's bad PR right now because you're spitting into already rough waters, kind of thing, right? And unfortunately, you would say, well, it's rough water, so it's kind of like nobody's going to see it. But you're giving fuel and ammunition to all the haters out there that have already gone and ran with this, saying that it's doomed to fail. It's going to be the worst box office bomb for Star Wars ever. Like I've already seen pundits run with that because of stuff like this. And as a PR person, as Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, I'll be out there saying, don't say stuff like this. Please don't say stuff like this. Because you're going to undermine absolutely everything that you're trying to achieve, right? What? I can't say that it's like, no, you can't, because you don't understand these waters. Well, we've been riding these waters ever since The Last Jedi. And they've been slowly been trying to calm it out. And as a PR person, you can't make statements like this, because it shows a little bit about ignorance kind of stuff too. Women have been involved with Star Wars since A New Hope. She was an editor. The editor of New Hope was female, wasn't it? So it's kind of like, what are you doing? Yeah. Don't give ammunition to all the haters and bigots out there. That's what I would say by saying statements like this. You think that you're counteracting them, but you're just giving them fuel. Make your movie. And if it's good, they won't come out with all the hate videos and stuff. They won't, because you didn't give them the ammunition. They'll be kind of like, that was a good Star Wars movie. Surprisingly, wow. Huh. Yeah. So there you go. That's the angle that you could be playing. It's all about press release stuff. Next, Vincent D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio says Echo set was the smoothest production, credits the female crew. See, now that's exactly what needs to happen. Play it exactly like Vincent D'Onofrio just did there. Did I know that Echo was like a female crew, a female director, or anything like that? No. And did I care? No. The only thing about Echo that I ever said was she was such a lesser known character. Do I really want to watch Hawkeye so I can understand where she's from? But now that I know that Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in there, one of my favorite actors of all time, I'm curious about it. But he went to the set, he did his work, and he didn't go out there championing female crew first before anything, before it's all done and stuff and such. So good for him. And I think we are going to watch the Echo series together, guys. So I'm going to have to sign back up for Disney Plus when it comes out. Echo. January 9th? Oh, crap. So that means I got to sign up for it next week. Well, it is in the budget, so we'll do that. Right, James? Cine Club, YouTube. Oh, no, I guess if I sign up for Disney Plus and Echo, it's going to be all dropping out the same day, January 9th. So what day is that? That's Tuesday. Should we reserve next Tuesday for Echo? How many episodes is Echo? For Echo watch-alongs? Echo miniseries. 5 episodes? Is that it? We might be able to handle that all on one day, guys, right? It'll be a long day, but hey, we've done it before. We'll just cut through it all 5 episodes of Echo. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? That's what I'm thinking. I'd rather do a Society of Snow watch along. Oh yeah, Society of Snow. Artglass says he'd be up for Echo. Society of Snow. We may have to do on Sunday, guys. If you want to watch Society of Snow, because I'm busy today and I'm busy tomorrow. Tomorrow's a really busy day. It would have to be tomorrow night if we did. But no, we're watching Hell's Kitchen tomorrow. Society of Snow, yeah, there it is. It's 2 hours and 25 minutes. So yeah, no. So maybe Sunday morning, guys, we'll watch Society of Snow. Come, yeah, there we go. Come join us. So we'll have two new movies. The two new movies will be Night Swim in the theaters and Society of Snow on the small screen. That sounds like a plan. Cool. And then Echo, Tuesday. Ooh, shaping up. That's the way I like it. All right. Where are we at? Costume awards. Yeah. Now I'm curious about this because there's a number of movies out there that have been really good with costumes this year. I pointed that out a couple times. Barbie and Oppenheimer among Costume Designers Guild Awards. Now I'm only pulling this now because it's the Costume Designers Guild that puts up the nominees for the Oscars. So this gives us just a little bit of clue and insight as to where we'll go for the Oscars. Yeah, Barbie had some good costumes. Oppenheimer. But I would say Poor Things also had some really good costumes. Not so much Killers of the Flower Moon. Little Mermaid, really. Huh. Excellence in Contemporary Film. Renfield? Renfield. Well, Nicolas Cage and his way out there Dracula, crushed velvet costumes. Yeah. Excellence in period films. Killers of the Flower Moon. Maestro. Bifer, you like Maestro, didn't you? There you go. Getting some recognition. Napoleon. Maybe that's one of the best parts of Napoleon's costumes. Poor Things. There you go. Excellence in sci-fi fantasy. Barbie. Is sci-fi fantasy? What? No. Actually, the costumes in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was pretty good too. Pretty extravagant. Pretty far out there. Rebel Moon. No. Contemporary television. We don't need to do the television stuff, I don't think, guys. I just wanted the movies. The movie stuff just gives us a little bit of clue as to where they're going. Costumings in Little Mermaid, though. Because a lot of it was CGI. I'm just trying to think about when they went back up on land. Maybe. Haunted Mansion, though. I don't know why that is there. Excellence in May, December. Nothing really outstanding there. I still need to see Naiad. Saltburn I could see. Yeah. Huh. Fascinating. And speaking of which, this Sunday is the Golden Globes, right? So I don't think I'll be doing like a reaction full time to it. But I may be able to turn on the camera during the Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director kind of categories. Give you guys my reactions to that on Sunday evening. Why not? For the Golden Globes. Let's go on to some hit or miss. If it's a hit, we'll talk about it. If it's a miss, we'll move on. Nicole Scherzinger to star in Sunset Boulevard on Broadway. Okay, cool. Scherzinger will reprise her role as Norma Desmond in the Jamie Lloyd production, which is about to wrap up its London run. Well, her music career hasn't really been doing anything, so okay. Oh, James, you just stepped on the hands of everybody who is a fan of Nicole Scherzinger. Okay. Fine then. Move on. Where to stream the Golden Globes. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Online to Barbie and Oppenheimer. Yeah, as I said, we'll be talking about this on Sunday night. I'll maybe do it like, oh, I don't have, my phone is charging. Kind of like react to it in shorts form. Kind of like very raw. I'll hold the camera up, react to it. There you go. Kind of thing. Maybe I'll do it like that. Unless something big happens, like somebody getting slapped on stage. I don't expect much to happen at the Golden Globes. Where to stream it online? Well, it's on TV, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see it there. Next. Elvis. Elvis to make comeback with London AI show. Yeah, guys, this is the way that it's going. We've seen stuff like this in movies where Well, didn't they already do this with Michael Jackson, who was like a hologram? Um, and they did that with in Blade Runner 2049. You know, the big background where it's like holograms and stuff. I don't know. Would you guys go see a hologram Elvis? Artificial intelligence, a holographic AI version of Elvis, regale London audiences with November in a stage show. It'd be kind of weird though, right? As long as the hologram looks somewhat real, you'd still see the lights projecting it, right? We haven't we need to really develop the hologram technology, because once the hologram stuff comes in, then we'll get like um, computer interfaces like Tony Stark, where it'll be kind of like floating all around me. I'll just go like this. I'm not really touching anything, but the hologram will realize, oh, my hand is here moving something. It'll be able to graph where my body's moving stuff, and I'll interact with holographic images all around me and kind of stuff. That's what I want. We really need to get on board and get that developed as quickly as possible. Oh, yeah. Elvis, back. You want to see it? No? Yes? Yes? No? Who knows? All right. Next. Is that it? Yeah. That's all I got in the can for today, guys. But that doesn't mean that there just wasn't really that much out there. Let's go over and take a look at if there's any trailers that dropped. Subscriptions, James. Yeah, Katie Sackhoff is back with her podcast. She had the first one up there the other day. Started to listen to it. I'll have to finish listening to it on my walk or something. She's good. I like her as a podcaster. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of other trailers out here. Yeah. All right. Why is it so pink? I don't get it. Oh well. Anyway, where are we at? Let's go over to the Twitterverse and see if we missed anything. Daniel Kaluuya is presenting at the Golden Globes. Okay. Issa Rae is presenting. Margot Robbie on pitching Barbie to Warner Bros. Well, I want to listen to that clip. Margot Robbie is one of my favorite actresses right now. Maybe we can talk about that. There's a way that I can pull that up somehow. Florence Pugh is to present. Cool. It was just her birthday too, right? She's only 28. I can't believe it. Artglass says Elvis has a lot of skeletons coming out of his closet. Not sure they'll give the audience they're hoping for. The dude was messed up. Well, a lot of that had to do with the Colonel too, right? Giving him all those kind of drugs to deal with. Oh, it's depression, but it's not really for that. It's to get him hooked on stuff so that he's under his control and under his thumb. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with him. Which I thought the movie Priscilla did very well. They dealt with like he was taking pills for a whole bunch of other things, and he was sharing them with Priscilla. And she's like, "Do I really want to take this?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. My physician is fine. He says it's great, and I trust the Colonel. He wouldn't lie to me." And yeah, they did a great job of that in Priscilla. Yeah. Florence Pugh. Yeah, we talked about that. Michelle Yeoh is the new character poster for Brother's Son. Don't know what that is. Charles Melton. Jeremy Allen White in his tidy whities for some reason. For Calvin Klein ad. He was good. He was really good in the Iron Claw. And I hear he's awesome in, what is that show? The Bear? I don't know why he's got to be in his tidy whities there, but whatever. In honor of sixth anniversary of Dairy Girls, what was your favorite moment of the show? I don't even know what the show was. So there you go. Carrie Mulligan. Annette Bening. Billy Gladstone. Emma Stone. That's a good picture of her. Give that the old heart. Greta Lee. Margot Robbie. Yeah, he got ripped. God, for God's sakes, man, pull your shorts up. What are you doing? Trying to show us dick root. I don't like that. God. Well, hey, if you got it, you flaunt it, is what they say, right? Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo and Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things is in the UK January 12th. Oh, you guys don't get it until January 12th. I didn't realize that. So you're still a week away from getting it. Great show, The Dairy Girls, but perhaps it doesn't translate culturally across the pond. Oh, okay. So it was in the UK. Stephen Wynn confirms he left Thunderbolts due to scheduling conflicts. It took a lot of drafts on email to make sure that I conveyed the sincerity of how sorry I was to have to back out. Okay, so he let. Yeah, that's what we talked about that yesterday. That's what I thought. Just scheduling stuff. It's not because he didn't like it or anything. Even though I know some people spun it that way. What the heck is that? That's not nudity, is it? No, she's got shorts on there. She had. What the heck? That's an ad? Stop showing me that ad. It looked like she was nude there, but she's not. I'm gonna block it. That's what you get. Again, you see, when I'm scrolling over people in their underwear, it's kind of like hard to tell sometimes. But she was in her underwear. Saoirse Ronan reportedly passed on the role of Yelena Belova in Black Widow. She would have been good, but whatever. Selena Gomez. Why is that trending? Please don't show me anything. Benny is so protective of Selena Gomez, and she is protecting the child from the crowd. The video is everything. Benny. Is that the new beau? Yeah. I didn't approve of him, but whatever. As if she needs my approval. Well, I am slightly delusional when it comes to grandeur, doesn't it? No, yes, no, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. All right. Um, let's try this. Let me see if I can pull this up, if it'll work or not. I don't know if it will. All right. So it is sort of loosely going to work. Okay. So I've been trying to put together my top 10 of actors and actresses. I just put a bunch of names here. I haven't really figured out what the order is going to be, but I've kind of locked in right now the the actresses. Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Blanchett, Charlize Theron, and Margot Robbie are my top 5. I think I could change that with Sandra Bullock. Oh, who else? Oh, I know. Who? There's just too many. I know Taylor Swift's not really an actor, but she did act in Amsterdam and The Giver, right? Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, they're going to earn their place in the top. I think they will. Because I could easily move out Nicole Kidman, but she's also really great. I think I'd move Nicole Kidman down past Natalie Portman. Because Natalie Portman's, you watch May December, she's just totally on a different level there. Move it like that, maybe. Anya Taylor-Joy. That's what I'm thinking. For right now, soft list. Number 5 is the one. Like the top 4 are locked. They're in the top 5. Like they're going to be 4. They're not going to be shifted around up and down kind of thing. Those are my 4 favorite actresses. Bryce Dallas Howard's great. Karen Gillan's great. Halle Berry's great. Would you watch Halle Berry over Nicole Kidman? Nicole Kidman's also so great. Oh yeah, Shailene Woodley. Forgot. Pfeiffer. She's up there too. Aye. Well, of course. Then I'm taking out Nicole Kidman. Putting in Shailene. It's just Guys, this is just like a rough list that I started to put together this morning. So I just kind of put all the names in. I just wanted to show you guys that I'm starting to think of these lists because I want to publish like a get to know me video of like the top 5. The actors are kind of like based on who would I go see in a movie? Who would I see first? And just what I'd see Keanu Reeves before he's up there. He's got to be in the top 5. He's not necessarily like he doesn't have the same clout as Joaquin Phoenix. He doesn't have the range. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger has no business being in the number 1 spot for me, but he is because I will watch anything with Arnold. Again, it's not about being the best actor. It's about who I will watch, hands down. Tom Hanks, I watch, hands down, no matter what. Tom Hardy is a dude that I'll watch hands down. Whatever he's in, I'm going to check it out. Right? Same thing with Keanu. And Robert De Niro, he's my number 5 pick. Yeah, I would watch anything with Robert De Niro. Christian Bale, Denzel. Yeah, that deserves to be all there. Gary Oldman. Jake Gyllenhaal, I could switch out with Vincent D'Onofrio. Sam Jackson, maybe. Daniel Craig is up there as one of my favorite. Am I missing any actors, guys? Who am I missing from this list? What about Caitlin Dever? What's Caitlin Dever been in? That would be worthy of recognition here on this list. Let me pull up. Well, she's only been in that one thing, guys, that I've seen. No One Will Save You. Julia Roberts is up there. Julia Roberts is almost um, worthy of being in my top 10 list. Because she's so, like, that's why I like No One Will Say. That's why I liked Leave the World Behind, is mostly because of Julia Roberts. Russell Crowe, oh yes, forgot. Russell Crowe is on that list. Tom Cruise, yeah, that's so much, so hard. Russell Crowe, easily on that list. Emily Blunt, oh my God, yeah, I forgot. I've been gushing about Emily Blunt for the last week or so. Emma Stone, no. Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt was good, except for when we watched Pain Hustlers. I saw glimpses of her range, and I didn't like that. Like, she's good, but we saw some scenes in Pain Hustlers where that was the extent of what Emily Blunt could do. I don't see walls. I don't see like walls like that for Kate Blanchett. I don't see walls like that for Charlize. She's able to transform into all these different types of things, right? Um, Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon has walls. She's got range, where it's kind of like she can't break out of the stuff, and she admits that herself. Sandra's also really awesome. I was just thinking about the space movie that she did, Gravity, and that scene when she's realizing I'm gonna die today. Just the way she acts and behaves, it's like you're totally sucked into what she's doing, right? Margot Robbie's so great too. Did I misspell Shailene Woodley? I did. It's only one E, James. One E. Well, those are some of my favorites right there. Just trying to think of who else. I want to see more movies from Karen Gillan, who, not movies like The Bubble, but I want to see more movies like Duel that we watched together, right? And Bryce is awesome, but I'm more interested in what Bryce does behind the camera, right? But she's a really good actress too, and I can't wait to see her in Argyle next month. So yeah, she'll be in a movie this year. Jenna Ortega, Wednesday performance, the whole dance scene. How could you not be enamored with her? Mia Goth, she's going to be up there as well. Halle Berry's always been great. Hmm. You know who else I'm missing off this list? Despite some of his shortcomings recently, Harrison Ford's on that list. He's got to be up there. Oh God, Thaisa Farmiga. I want to see more from her. Vera Farmiga. She's also great. Farmiga. Sorry, that's how they pronounce it. Farmiga. I'd watch Matthew McConaughey in most things. Yeah. There's something about McConaughey though that I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't put him on my list. Christian Bale, Denzel Washington. Yeah, I'd watch anything that they would do. I know this one might be weird for some people. Kevin Bacon is up there for me too. Because it's just one of those things where it's like, I'll watch whatever he's doing. And if we go on to retired people, people who are not working anymore, how about this one? He's up there. Jack Nicholson. Right? How about this one? He's got to be up there too, right? Gene Hackman. Those are powerhouses right there. Gene Hackman and Jack Nicholson. Powerhouses. It's a K, James. It's not an H. Right? Nicholson. No, it is an H. You spelled it right. Like people who are out of the game. Jack Nicholson, hands down, you'd watch anything that he does. Gene Hackman. Hit Donald Sutherland. Wow, that's another great one. Like, there's just too much. How do you cram that all? Like, how do you bump somebody out of here? How do you bump, like, say, a Gary Oldman out of there? Yeah, I guess maybe you could bump out Jake Gyllenhaal or any one of these. Harrison Ford. Would you bump out Tom Hardy? Probably. To move in like a Hackman or a Nicholson. Wow. Too many good picks. Yeah. So I begin preliminarily thinking about these things. Al Pacino, I like Al Pacino a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like Heat. I like him in The Godfather. Is it Dog Day Afternoon? Um, Scarface. He, actually, no, I did like him in The Irishman as well. So Al Pacino's up there as well. And you know how I felt about him in The Devil's Advocate. I thought he was really good in that too. But out of the two, between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro's got more range. He's got a lot more range. Bale transforms into different roles. Denzel transforms into different roles. Joaquin definitely transforms. Gary Oldman, you can't recognize him from one role to another sometimes, right? Just those are the best actors out of them. Like Keanu Reeves is not better than Robert De Niro, but he's up there. I'll watch anything that Keanu Reeves puts out. Tilda Swinton, Bifer says. Hmm. Hmm. Any more female actresses? Actors? Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to show that with you guys that I'm starting to think about that, and I'll publish that as soon as it comes out. Once I feel comfortable with that list. Michelle Williams. She's good, but no, she's not in my top. Um, Somebody who's coming close though is yeah, Kate Blanchett's there. Kate Blanchett's in like the third spot. Hmm. Hmm. Intriguing. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, that's pretty much it for me today. As I said, tomorrow is going to be kind of a weird day. We will be watching Hell's Kitchen, but it may be like around 3:30 p.m. tomorrow because I am working tomorrow uh, in the morning though, so we'll have the afternoon. And then if I don't get enough time to go out and see Night Swim today, I'll be seeing Night Swim tomorrow. So it'll be kind of like it'll be a bunch of a rush to get things all done. And then Sunday we'll watch the Society of Snow. Tuesday we'll watch Echo. And we'll just roll with the punches from there. Hey, we've got a schedule somewhat coming together. It's great, right? All right. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, one more thing. Just to throw a shout out here. I understand that John Campia, in his show, he's having some health issues. So we wish him good health. Um, Hold it together, man. It's too young to be taken at this age. And even though that he's a rival competitor kind of thing in the same space, who blows me out of the water with his views and stuff, um, and I'm critical of his opinions at times, but you don't wish ill will on somebody. So get better, dude, and hopefully you'll be back in front of the camera in no time. All right, see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. You're watching Mirror Domains.